Hello, Internet, and welcome to the episode 53 of the Deep Fried Neurons Podcast. And usually I have podcasts filled with information and, insightful conversation to you. But today, I don't know what I have for you, but I thought it was pretty damn funny while I was recording it. And I promise you, I was completely sober while I was recording it. So was my guest during the time. I will introduce Karan in the recording anyway, but just so you know, Karan is an upcoming comedian, a really good friend of mine, and an epic troll. He has a beautiful Instagram called Karan Shah, and he has another aesthetic page called Chicha Aesthetic. Both of the links are down below, and you should probably check him out. And I'm just gonna hope for the best with this one. It qualifies as a comedy podcast, I guess. Uh, so cue the fucking. Hello, children and boomers. Today we have a guest with us. It's Karan Shah, and I'm really worried about this podcast because Karan isn't exactly the talkative type, and when he talks, it's usually him spilling out Bakchodian dew. So, Karan, you want to introduce yourself, man?
Hey, Vsauce, Michael here. What's up, guys? I'm Cringe Liberal. This is where you laugh.
So, what Karan basically meant by that statement is that he's a comedian, and
Bruh. Why do we laugh?
why do we laugh? That's a good question. We'll get into that, by the way. Unironically.
I think you should stop laughing right now.
It's my podcast. Don't tell me what to do, okay?
Okay. Boomer.
That was so unnecessary. This was a bad idea. I feel like this is gonna be like cringe max. So I'll tell you what Karan does because I know Karan is going to be too cryptic on this podcast to let you know. Karan has an Instagram handle by the Karan_Chu, and Karan Chu makes some nice ass content to tickle your ribs. Then he has a meme page called Mutual Fund Memes, which again makes some good content sometimes. I mean, like once in a while. Deep Fried Neurons is a better meme page for sure, though. And the third and the final one is Chicha Aesthetic, where he posts aesthetic pictures with absurdist comedy on them. Would that be accurate?
I don't know. All I have are anime pics. So you tell me. Is that aesthetic for you?
Yeah, that's pretty aesthetic, bro. Definitely. I mean, that's without a doubt aesthetic, to be honest.
JK, don't know anime pics on my page. You'll get banned. Don't even comment anime on my page, please.
Greenhead otakus, you know where to go. Okay?
Pardon my silence.
By the way, this entire podcast, Karan is just gonna be here being absurdist, surrealistic, whatever you wanna call it. I'm gonna call it absurdist because I don't really know the difference between the two art movements. Even though I just did a podcast about that, and Karan is going to help us understand what like the history of comedy.
You know, what's comedy?
What's comedy?
Comedy is like grass. There's dew all over it.
What? Bruh. I'm literally
What is
shook right
comedy?
now. Well, apparently, when the Greeks were doing it in the 400 BCs,
Did they have grass over there?
yeah, kinda, actually.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
None of the grass that they smoked, though.
They're not vibing then.
Yeah, they ain't vibing. So there was this dude named Aristo something. Basically, he had this name which was the pirated version of Aristotle. He was a playwright. I completely forget his name. I'm sorry, history majors, but he wrote a bunch of plays between 426 to 421 BC. And this dude would literally like roast the ruling class. And that was his thing. That's what he got famous for.
So basically AIB of the Greeks.
AIB of the Greeks before being AIB was cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comedy Central roast without the grass.
Yeah, without the grass, for sure.
Okay.
And like basically what he did, he mocked um, the Athenian politicians, and he even got sued for defamation.
Yeah, dude. Athenian politicians, my bad, dude.
Yeah,
My
I know.
bad.
They bitches never taken a chill pill. And after that, we jump to Shakespearean times, by when the exact idea of the clown was crystallized, and it was quite interesting because at this
I'm the Joker, baby.
what? Who the fuck are you? Where's Karan?
I'm sorry, just continue.
Was that too
This
cringe?
how the clown started?
Yeah, I mean, not like that, but I think the French are the ones who started it, but either somewhere around the 13th or the 14th century, the clown as the character is introduced. Every character has a trope that they adhere to. Like, have you ever seen what's that called?
Chef.
No, not Chef. Merchant of Venice.
Yeah, I've read it.
Yeah, so Merchant of Venice has a
I've read it, bro.
uh, Merchant of Venice has Bernard Bernard Bernard
Bernardo or something, I don't know, man.
Bassanio's best friend.
Bassanio.
Who's Bassanio's best friend? Graziano, my bad.
Graziano.
So Graziano's the clown in that story, because he
Oh,
always
yeah.
drunk, like he's trying to kiss everybody.
But he just ended up in the Cringe compilation.
Yeah, just like this episode is gonna be in the Cringe compilation. Let's be fair.
How are your exams, by the way?
Fuck! Don't get me started. Oh, I should let my audience know. Not that this is related to the comedy, but like, I have exams going on right now while I'm recording this podcast.
What is related to comedy? Please tell us, Anuj.
That's actually a fair question. Well, we crystallized the meme of like the idea, the juxtaposition, and well, the praxis. So I think everything is related to comedy by that method.
Let me Google those words, pehle.
Interestingly that you bring that up, because that's where we come to your style of comedy, which is extremely absurdist. So absurdism sort of recognizes that everything is comedy in the non-traditional sense of writing a joke.
But you are not comedy.
Yeah, I know I'm not comedy. I've tried for a very long time.
JK though, you're kind of funny. Not gonna lie. NGL. You're kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the 10 people who were on the live stream that saw us, I think day before yesterday, they will vouch for you that like I'm not funny at all.
It's fine. You had a bad internet connection day, and you're kind of cringy. So it happens.
I'm
That's
kind of bro. The reason we're friends is because we're both cringy. Let's be fair.
But I'm like grass. I have dew all over me.
Could you explain to our audience what does that mean?
I don't know. I just made that up.
So you just made that up. That's
Interpret karo yaar.
yeah. Conceptual art, guys. Go back to episode 52. What else? So absurdist comedy sort of starts with. I mean, the first place that I can place it is Monty Python. Have you seen Monty Python and the Holy
I've
Grail?
seen. It's on a different level, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
if any of you are stoned while listening to this, I definitely recommend watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And because
that is where the phase started, the absurdist phase. I don't know.
yeah, that's where the absurdist, like it got very popular after that. And like the postmodernist lens of watching the history, where like none of the institutes that your parents gave, your grandparents gave you is reliable, sort of comes from. And cynicism in comedy as a theme is also like explored, but it's after that it's all just absurdist. Like for example, I really like this meme that you posted on mutual fund memes. Swapnil.
Yeah, it's Swapnil.
It's Swapnil. I get what
See,
you mean.
you should know what's Swapnil. Why should
Exactly.
I be able to explain to him?
Exactly. Like that epic moment when you Swapnil. I know what the joke
Swapnil.
is. But the weird thing is I can't explain it to everybody.
Exactly, that's the point.
Yeah, and like people look at me when I Swapnil and they're like Kadhi tu. And you're like, that was epic. But how do I explain? How do I quantify this to my children? How will they relate to this?
Deep fried Swapnil. That is all you need.
If I ever
Any
have
Swapnil is listening to this podcast, please DM me. My DMs are wide open.
they ain't flood and are they?
Nah, man.
I knew it. Sukha pada hai.
Any Peter Griffins out there?
Actually,
Family Guy. Cool reference.
I actually wanted to
Do
go
you like
through
pop culture?
what is happening. Why?
Do you like Pink Guy? I like Ariana Grande.
Interesting that you bring up Pink Eye. Now, like after Monty Python, when it comes to shock comedy, like shock comedy in particular, I think Philly Frank is the peak of it. Like, I think like 50 years down the line, we'll be writing video essays about how Pink Guy was the fucking best thing that ever happened to shock comedy as a genre.
He's sitting there with Eric Andre. I had to plug Eric Andre with him. I'm sorry.
I mean, he wears a T-shirt that says "Nazi punks fuck off" to his shows, so I'm like, I get that. And plus, he's really loud and really funny, so I'm not exactly against that. But that, like, if you look at the progression of comedy, it's not that we've given a very detailed explanation of how it went over time, but it's comedy was basically started as a school of theater which has happy endings, and satire was just a part of it. After that, comedy became a part of tragedies. For example, Shakespeare, all he writes is tragedies, right? And after that, comedy by itself became a genre where cynicism became the focus. Like, you watch a comedy today, all it talks about is like how nothing matters. Like, are you a South Park fan?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it.
Yeah. So when you look at South Park, like the only message South Park conventionally has is that caring for anything is for losers. And what do you have to say about that?
I don't know, man. I don't care about a lot of stuff. I'm not the right person to answer that question, but I do care about crow scene though. I don't know.
Cruising is pretty cool. I think when Alex Turner says you walked in with a cough drop colored tongue. What song was that? AM.
No idea.
Cough drop colored tongue. Ding, 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 ding. Show you what I found. Has it gone for good? Is it coming back around? You have to make up your mind. What? Never mind. It's an Arctic Monkey song. You can go listen to it. My brain just jumped there and I never found the song, so fuck me. And
Okay.
now, taking all those influences, I wanna ask you, are all of them your influences? Like, how many of them have you seen, and how many of them do you see as influences on your comedy?
Like all these names?
Yeah.
Yeah. They are kind of influential. Like I love watching them.
I know you're a
Yeah,
Philly Frank fan.
Yeah, I can say I do care about comedy. Guilty as not charged, but I do care about comedy. I don't know why. See, that's a cringy statement to say, but I do care about it. I don't know why.
I mean, this podcast is comedy and cringe. That's what I'm gonna title it. Fuck it. And like, I'm gonna give the facts, and you just shit post the cringe. And well, I wanna.
Green Day uses Paper towels?
I'm sorry?
Green Day uses paper towels?
I have heard rumors that they do.
Okay.
I'm not sure though. These are just allegations. We do not have the facts. I repeat, we do not have the facts. Do not cancel Green Day. They're about to release their new album. And I've been waiting for it for a while. Have you heard Green Day, by the way?
Yeah. Kinda.
Kinda. You should listen to Father of All Motherfuckers. It's a beautiful song. Moving on, I wanted to talk to you about your page, Chicha Aesthetic.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, I take this as a personal attack, and I wanted to confront you about this. I don't want to start any drama on Instagram or YouTube, by the way. That's not the goal of this. The goal of this is to confront you, to make you understand why this is not acceptable behavior. You posted something a few days ago, and it said your feed is fuck all, and this is a part of it.
Prove me wrong.
Really, bitch? Ariana Grande is in my feed.
Your podcast is fuck all, and this is a part of it.
How dare you? My podcast is not. My podcast is the most epic thing on this planet.
See, I'ma be real with you. Deep Fried Neurons. Pillsbury cookie cake is just a cookie.
It's not just a cookie.
It's just a cookie.
It's a fragment of my childhood. It holds value. It could start a religion someday. Okay, you chicha bitches don't know shit about this.
And you'll take it to the Supreme Court.
Definitely.
Alright.
Why do you think I'm getting my law degree?
Okay then. Law student. Okay.
Why is law student like a swear word? Like, I got called out at a comedy show for being a law student. Could you believe that?
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck were you doing at a comedy show?
I was performing
What are you performing?
stand up.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. By the way, I forgot to tell you guys. Karan is also a stand-up comedian who knows that I'm a stand-up comedian too. He's just acting surprised for the recording. And so, for some reason, he's in character that he refuses to break.
This is not a character. I'm laughing in the background. Can't you hear it?
No. Bro, you need help, bro.
But from whom? That's the question.
Whomstead would give you the help.
Why would someone help me?
Because every soul deserves to be saved. Hashtag Kadhitu.
Souls don't exist. Swapnil does.
Well, we
What
must
is
save your
soul?
Swapnil, dude. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Nah, pardon my silence.
That's a lot of this podcast. Me pardoning your silence.
और बता, Bantai. What is the public saying these days?
The public isn't spamming comments anymore. I mean, they DM me about the episodes if they like it. That's about it. Recently, all I've been getting is like my regular listeners' comments, and people who listen to it on Spotify or anything, they don't really reach out on Facebook, Twitter, anything really. Like I have all of those presences, but I don't get DMs from anybody on that.
I mean, all jokes aside, we do stand your podcast.
That feels like a personal attack to be honest.
Kiss. Visco gang, rise up.
Visco gang, if you're listening to this, pay me money. You're not getting like a free plug. Please. I'll sue you under Indian Contract Act. Is it valid here? No, you're not a law student. Fuck you.
Okay, intellectual.
Oh, funny story. When the playwright in the 400s, 500s of what is that called?
Takeshi's Castle.
No, stupid. 400s BC in Greece, who was commentating on the Peloponnesian War in his comedy. He would make fun of the intellectuals publicly. Like that was his thing. Like he would whip and nay all over those intellectuals' egos. Anybody who takes them seriously, really, with any merit. So, like people like me would be like the priority of his list to take down.
What do you think about Donald Trump?
Supreme troll. I loved his set on Abu Bakr Baghdadi. Like, so much shooting. My God. So much.
This is happening on the podcast, guys. A lot of shooting.
There is no shooting happening. YouTube, don't shoot this video down. I don't want another Mumkey Jones to happen. Oh, by the way, do you know about Mumkey Jones?
No.
In all seriousness? So, Mumkey Jones was this guy who was like talking about Elliot Rogers, who was a not a school shooter, but a sorority shooter. And what he would do is he would make a lot of fun of him in his videos. And I don't want to talk about this a lot because I'm a small channel. I don't want to get banned. But like all of his social media presence, like all of his presence on YouTube was like vanished like that. They took everything from him. And well, nobody could do anything. I think video vigilante Goku Naru. Do you know about him?
No.
Yeah.
But that's how the mafia works, man.
Yeah, that's how the mafia works. That's true. Susan, you hearing this? You're running the mafia. Sorry, Susan. Don't ban me. I'm so sorry. Please don't demonetize my channel.
Let's play GTA 5. Roleplay. Chalna, bro. Let's play. Let's go.
Why did I think this was a good idea? I'm basically inviting him to troll me. Like that's exactly what I did on this podcast, and it's worked out well apparently.
Then how about Goat Simulator?
I would love Goat Simulator. I like some Goat Simulator won't hurt.
Chalo fir. Let's play.
Let's play. Okay.
Minecraft Let's Plays.
Bye guys. Time to let's play. Okay, slappers, that's all I have for you this week. And well, I mean, there might be some random bursts of information which might not be exactly connected, but I try to give you as much information as I can. But well, wait for the next episode, I guess. Support me on Patreon if you really like the show. Follow me on Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, and well, find my YouTube channel. There's some more content than the podcast, more than the podcast on there, which is worth watching according to me, who made it. So there you go.